Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Videocast, and today we are going to be having our seventh weekly update on the show as we're going to go around Phillies news, baseball news, obviously Phillies focused since this is a Phillies videocast. A little bit of news happened this week. Obviously, it was kind of a weird week with the whole scheduling of this video. The sixth weekly update was actually published on Wednesday. It was recorded and published on Wednesday because I've had a bit of a family emergency. If you didn't watch the little last video, I basically explained that I had a family member who was rushed to the hospital a week ago last Sunday. There was a little incident that happened. A family member of mine was rushed to the hospital. The family member was in the hospital till I believe Wednesday, and then was taken home Tuesday, and then was taken home. The family member was taken back to the hospital on Friday. It's been really chaotic, and I went down to the shore. That's where I am right now. Just to kind of get out of town for a couple of days and take my mind off of things. So a lot on my mind, but my family member is doing well. My family member's no one died. It's been a little bit of a stressful week. I haven't really been able to get a lot of work done. Been very, very just worried about my family member. So I really appreciate your support. I saw some positive comments, and I really appreciate it. So everyone's okay. No one passed away, but there was a little bit of a problem. But everyone's okay now. A week ago, I was totally just in shock. I'm not going to talk about what happened. I don't want to talk. I don't want to bring my personal life into this, but I will say that it was a little bit scary. I will say that. But the family member of mine is going to be fine. So. Yeah. So anyway, let's talk. Now, obviously, last week a lot of stuff happened. Like 2 weeks ago with the Rendon signing, the Strasburg, the Garrett Cole. But this week, not much really happened. Madison Bumgarner signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks for 5 years, $85 million. I did not see that happening. I don't think anybody did really. The Arizona Diamondbacks just didn't really seem like a destination that really came to mind for me. I definitely did not really see that happening. That was definitely kind of a surprise for me. So let's go over. I talked about that last videocast, but last videocast didn't do so well with the views. So because of the timing of that, I uploaded it. Last week it was Chase Utley's birthday. The Phillies have also expressed interest in Dylan Betances, right-hander reliever Dylan Betances. Has connections with Joe Girardi. So I think he'd be a good fit in Philadelphia. I think he'd do well here. As I said, has a lot of connections with our coaching and with Joe Girardi. So I definitely think that would be a possibility. The New York Mets were reported in on him and now reportedly backed out. So that is very, very good news if you're the Philadelphia Phillies. As I said, it was Chase Utley's birthday. Last Tuesday, I did not mention this, but Didi Gregorius, newest Phillies, Didi Gregorius, and Zach Wheeler were both introduced to the media. The press conference, in my opinion, went very, very well. Matt Klentak was asked if the Phillies could win a division. Of course, his answer was yes. He needs to show me something, man. I like Jack Wheeler, but there's this one guy just isn't going to win us a division. And I can't believe the fact that some of these Phillies fans, I talked about it on a podcast last night with Dylan, Phillies Updates. And, he basically said that, he actually did have a good point. Anything can happen. A lot of it has to do with injuries. Maybe the Braves I'm not going to wish injuries on anyone. I'm just making an example. The Braves, if they lose players to injuries, if the Nationals lose players to injuries, like anything could happen. Anything could happen. If we could stay healthy, then we could be a really good baseball team. And I know last year we didn't have enough pieces to really compete enough like we thought we would. But we weren't really able to stay healthy. And you know what? It was a lot more than just health. We were not a good baseball team when it came to pitching. And even our offense. I went back and watched my old videos a couple of days ago. I was bored. So I'm like, I'm going to go on my channel to surf through and watch my old videos. And I like watching myself, actually. As soon as I stop recording this, I want to go and watch what I said. I like listening to myself talk. A lot of people don't like it, but I love it. I was listening to myself. I'm like, I just forgot. I didn't forget, but it was a testament. I can't believe how inconsistent our offense was. Everyone wants to make a point. Well, the offense was 100% fine. Now the offense wasn't anything great, guys. It really wasn't. The offense wasn't anything great. Maybe it did pick up a little bit after the All-Star break, maybe, but it wasn't great, guys. It wasn't spectacular. So we need to prove ourselves. This team has something to prove in 2020. And I'm not saying that. I mean, we have a shot at the wild card. I mean, who knows? We need to make another move, and our owner just isn't really a huge fan of this. I understand he's not really getting close to that luxury tax. He's not. He does not want to go over that luxury tax. We're really, really close to that luxury tax, but he does not want to go over it. And the Yankees go over it. You saw, the Red Sox. These bigger market teams are just fine going over it. And you got the Steinbrenners. The Yankees. I understand Cashman's running that team, but Middleton is a businessman. He's smart. He knows what he's doing, and it really surprises me. I understand. Hey, you don't want to go over the luxury tax, but I don't really understand. I mean, he said we'll be able to make a big move when we feel like we're ready to win a World Series. Well, from what this front office is showing, listen, I understand they brought in Zach Wheeler for 5 years, $818 million. Yeah, I get it. So you're saying basically that we're not ready to win the World Series, because that's what you're saying to me, Middleton. It's basically like I never would have thought. I thought this was all Clentac, but listen, Clentac hasn't been great either. So we'll just, I don't know. This organization is extremely disappointing with stuff like that. I really need to see something, another move. I need to see. I mean, you saw Wade Miley went to the Reds. You just saw Dallas Keuchel sign a 3-year deal with the White Sox. Now I understand that. But I would not want to give Dallas Keuchel. I mean, you just saw Gio Gonzalez also go back to the White Sox. He began his career there. Listen, I would not want to give Dallas Keuchel a 3-year contract, but we were reportedly in on him. Apparently, we're talking like a 2 or 3-year deal. Apparently, what I saw yesterday before he went on to go sign that deal with the White Sox. But we need to get somebody else. Like, there's not many guys left. A lot of these guys have signed, and it's amazing. It's not even the New Year's yet, and like the top free agent right now is like. Really, Hyun-Jin Ryu, Nick Castellanos, Josh Donaldson. Those are the top guys. Going in, we had Rendon, Eric Cole, Steven Strasburg, Mass, and they're all gone. Wheeler's gone. He went to the Phillies. Bumgarner went to the Diamondbacks. Cole to the Yankees. Rendon to the Angels. And Strasburg back to the Nationals. So all these guys, all these dominoes have fallen. Most of those guys I just mentioned are Scott Boras clients. And Boras, I tell you what, I think I heard somebody made like $40-some million in commissions already, and that's a total. It's because he gets a part of their salary. So that's how much money he's already made this offseason, guys. It is unbelievable, and he's rich as anything. So Scott Boras, he's a beast. I'll give him that. I'm not a fan of Scott Boras, but I'll tell you what, I respect him. I think he's a great agent, and I think he does one good job. I will say that. But as far as the Phillies go, they keep signing all these minor league guys. Here we go. Phillies sign outfielder Matuk. I don't even know how to say his name. To a minor league deal with an invite to spring training, and if he does make the big league roster, he'll get paid $850,000. I mean, like, this guy's probably not going to see the light of day in the major leagues. I mean, am I right on that? I mean, unless an injury happens, our outfield is crowded as anything. I don't see it. I don't understand why we're going out and signing these guys. I understand. Listen, you're trying to fill. I mean, Maikel Franco, you had him. He was obviously sent down to the minor leagues for a little while. But none of these guys, our bench was terrible. It wasn't that good. Our bench was really bad last year. We had Franco, who didn't do anything off the bench, and like I said, occasionally he'd come off the bench with a home run. Very, very rarely. It seemed like a hit or miss with Franco. He'd either come off the bench with like a homer, or he'd just strike out on 3 pitches. Occasionally he'd be great off the bench, and occasionally he'd be horrible off the. He was so inconsistent off the bench. He was just inconsistent his whole time in Philadelphia. But either it was just a hit or miss. There was no gray with Maikel Franco. It was either black or white. He either came off the bench and just crushed the ball, or he came off the bench and struck out on 3 pitches. But most of the time, he'd just be horrible off the bench. But occasionally, he'd come off with a little flair. But speaking of Maikel Franco agreed to a 1-year, $3 million deal with the Kansas City Royals. So Maikel Franco is going out to the AL Central, is putting on the royal blue, is going to be a member of the Kansas City Royals. He's going to hit in Kauffman Stadium, that big ballpark. That is a huge park. So good luck to Maikel Franco. And I wish him well. That's I'm happy for him. I mean, if you're not happy for Maikel, you got to be happy for him, right? I mean, like I wouldn't say he's a likable guy, but he's not a bad dude. So I am happy for him. I hope he does well in Kansas City. That's got a tough place to hit. As I said, that's not a hitter-friendly ballpark. It is a very, very tough place to hit if you're a hitter. So I wish him luck. That's not an easy play. I would definitely not. If I was a hitter, I would not. That's not my ideal choice. I mean, obviously, Yankee Stadium, Citizens Bank Park. Those kind of parks are Coors Field. those are kind of hitter-friendly barks. But I tell you, Kauffman Stadium's not an easy place to hit, but Franco got an opportunity. We heard rumors that maybe he can go to the Detroit Tigers. We heard reports maybe to the Nats, maybe to the Braves. That would have been something. I'm glad he didn't go there. So best of luck to Maikel Franco in Kansas City, putting on the Royal Blue, getting paid that $3 million. So congratulations to him. But other news regarding me personally, not really personally, but from the business side, I'm very happy to announce that the very first episode of the Phillies Fancast podcast with my co-host / friend Dylan, Phillies Updates, has been published and is available on iTunes and Spotify. I'm working out a deal, and maybe a couple weeks from now, they try to get the podcast on YouTube. So I'm going to talk to my boss, I guess you can call him. And I'm going to contact him, and I'm thinking about making a channel for the podcast. So I'd like to also thank the Philadelphia Sports Chronicle for this opportunity. I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity. I'm really, really happy. It's out. Go look for it. Phillies Fancast Podcast. Search on iTunes and Spotify. Go listen to it. We've also heard reports this week that Kris Bryant could possibly be moved to the Philadelphia Phillies. I talked about this last night. I don't think it's a possibility. He's a free agent in about 2 years. He's already declined massive, massive contracts from Theo Epstein and the Chicago Cubs. So I think it's extremely unlikely that Kris Bryant lands here. I like him a lot. I've talked about the connections with Bryce Harper. If you didn't know, Bryant and Harper went to the same high school in Las Vegas. They both grew up in Las Vegas. Bryant came up about 3 years after Harper did, but we heard reports that Harper was going to go to the Cubs last year, and obviously I didn't buy into that. But it was all because of the strong connections. This goes to show you the strong connections between Bryce Harper and Kris Bryant. Very, very good friends. So that would be really cool. But Dylan and I kind of were talking last time, like, would it be a good fit here? You know what I said? I said no, because our infield's crowded as anything, maybe a couple of years down the line. But as of right now, it's not. Our infield is very, very crowded. We have Gregorius, Kingery, Segura, who's going to move into second. Hoskins at first, obviously nothing changes there. Where are you going to put Kingery if Adam Hazley is the starting center fielder, according to GM Matt Klentak? Right? Where are you going to put all these guys? So unless we make a trade, I don't see that happening. Now, the final bit of news is the Philadelphia Phillies have reportedly talked to the Colorado Rockies about acquiring all-star third baseman Nolan Arenado. This really, really seems like a long shot to me. This really seems like something just out of the – well, he just signed a massive deal with the Rockies last year, like 7 years. I don't remember the exact number. I know it was less AAV than I believe it was 7 or 8 years. I believe 7 years. Less AAV than Anthony Rendon. Anthony Rendon is the highest paid third baseman right now in baseball. He's the highest AAV in, I believe, the history of the game in third base. So I find that hard to believe. Obviously, the Rockies are horrible. They were a wild card team in 2018. They tried to make a big push this past year. They didn't do anything. So maybe they're just trying to shop around, look around. And the guy who said this claimed he's some Sixers fan. He claimed he broke the Anthony Davis move. I don't even know who Anthony Davis season is. I just know he plays for like the Lakers or something. I don't know anything about NBA. So you can laugh at me. I don't really care. I know nothing about the NBA. He did something, had something to do with some Anthony Davis guy or something, some NBA player. He claimed to break Bryce Harper and Joe Girardi to the Phillies. So I don't really trust this guy. He's on Twitter. I don't really do Twitter. I had the notifications on for Rosenthal, Heyman, Bob Nightingale, Jeff Passan, Buster Only. I have the notifications on, but I never like anything. I don't really retweet. I tweet out my videos. That's about it. This really seems like a long shot for me. If you really think that this is a reasonable, realistic thing, then you're crazy. I'm sorry. You're really crazy because this is totally not going to happen. I really find that hard to believe. The amount of prospects you're going to have to give up for this guy. And not to mention, if you look at the numbers and say, wow, he's a great glove at third base. He's a great offensive bat. When he's at Coors Field, he's a great offensive bat. I mean, really. I mean, you can't argue. He's a 300 hitter at Coors Field. I mean, he's over 300. I mean, he was a great hitter at Coors Field. When he's away, he's like a 260 hitter. It's his lifetime average at Citizens Bank. How about a 240? Like in the 240s. So it's not anything special. It's not anything special. I'm not trying to downgrade Nolan Arenado. I'm not trying to underwhelm him in any way. What I'm saying is that I don't really see I don't want to say we don't need. It would be great to have another Bauer bat in this lineup, but I really don't. I'm trying to say to you guys, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. It's most likely, obviously, not going to happen. So do not get your hopes up or anything like that. That is your weekly update. But yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Please go follow at Phillies Hot Stove on Instagram. Please go follow at Harper Fanatics on Instagram as well. Please subscribe to this video cast. This is not my last video today. Later tonight, I will most likely be having baseball guy Sean come on again. I don't know if you guys remember him. You guys remember baseball guy Sean? He came on like late July to recap the trade deadline with me. And now he's coming back on again tonight. I emailed him, and he was out. He like disappeared for a while on YouTube. He shut down his account, for some, I don't know what was going on. Like his Instagram was gone and everything. I don't know what happened, but he's back now. I think he was just busy or something. So I guess he just wanted a fresh start, which is okay. So he will be most likely coming back on tonight for a guest appearance on my show. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video cast. Guys, this is it, guys. I mean, really, this is like one of the final, videos I'm gonna be making here with no mic, with the system. So soak this in, guys, because this is pretty much it here. Because in about a week, if I make a video, I'm gonna be having a microphone. I'm gonna start editing. The camera quality is gonna be better. So just let this soak in, guys. This is the last, probably second to last video I'm gonna be having with this system. Get a new system next week, new editing. Everything's going to be great, getting new jerseys. Awesome. It's awesome, guys. It's just really, really awesome. So thank you all so much for watching this video. As I said again, please subscribe to this video cast if you have not yet. Please turn on that notification bell. Smash that notification bell. Ring that bell. Please follow at Phillies Hot Stove on Instagram. Please follow at Harper Fanatics on Instagram. As I said, subscribe. Go find the Phillies Fancast podcast, iTunes, and Spotify. I will see you all later tonight when baseball guy Sean, we welcome baseball guy Sean back onto this video cast. His first appearance, as I said, since I believe it was July 31st or 30th. And again, as I said, I'm getting a new Phillies hat. So this Phillies hat is not going to be one of the videos anymore. I'm going to be getting a new one. So the only thing I'm really going to remain is this jersey. That's really the only thing. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I am Luke, and I will talk to you all later. See you guys.